Which sign makes the statement true? 94% blank 0.799. Now, are these quantities equal in value, or is one of them greater than the other? We don't know just yet, but we'll figure it out in a minute. Wait, can we really compare both of them? 94 is given to us as a percentage, but the other quantity is a decimal number. They're not written down in the same form. And how can you compare anything that is not alike? So the first step here is to convert 94% into a decimal, or to convert 0.799 into a percentage. We can do either of them. Our only aim is to have two quantities which are written down in the same form. So let's just convert 0.799 into a percentage. So I write this down as a decimal, and from our lessons before, we might be able to recall that whenever we need to convert a decimal number into a percentage, we are required to multiply the decimal number with cent, since we're dealing with percent. Now if I write this down again, this is what we're going to do. And again, from our lessons that we've done before, when we multiply a decimal number, the decimal point is going to move towards the right. That is exactly why we multiply the number. We want to get rid of this decimal, or at least remove this decimal from here, and we'll see where it ends up once we multiply it with 100. Now we know that it's going to move towards the right, and since there are two zeros in 100, it is going to move two places towards the right, so it's going to end up here in between both these nines. So 79.9 is what we get when we multiply this by 100, and we obviously need to add a percentage sign since we've converted this into a percentage. Now if I write this question down, I'm sure it's going to make a lot more sense, and it's going to be a lot more easier to solve for that matter. Now we have two quantities. The first one is 94%, the second one is 79.9%. Which of these two is the greater? We know the answer, but there's another problem. A lot of us cannot remember how to use this sign. Now I can say that this is less than, but this can also be greater than. We don't know what it is. So the key to understanding how this works is this point that I've just colored in yellow is the smaller point of this whole sign, and subsequently it's going to face the smaller number. Similarly, this being the larger side or the greater side of the sign is going to face the greater or the larger number. So since 94 is greater than 79.9%, we are going to place this sign like this. So 94% is greater than 79.9%.